Okay, so here we go. Thank you, everyone. My class, can you guys sit down? Thank you. So, thank you, everyone, for coming today. The auditorium is going to keep getting filled. Classes will be coming in and coming out. But I just want to explain what happened. So, for the past 6 weeks, the sixth graders have been working on a 3D printing project. They created a business, they learned how to files using the Autodesk program Tinkercad, which is on a website. And then this is our printer that we have, the Ultimaker 2. Not all projects have been printed because there were some issues with the printer this week, but one of my lovely former students does 3D printing in college, so she's going to fix it today. But yeah, it's just been a great 6 weeks. And what the assignment was for the students was something that they were passionate about from doing this project, they needed to make a TED style talk about. So some groups were passionate about communication because they felt communication is an important skill that needs to be learned that isn't. Some groups were passionate about business plans. Some groups were just passionate about all these different things. But there's going to be some really good presentations today. So I'm really excited for what you are about to hear. So our first group that's up, this is Winderski, correct? Winderski, come on up. Okay, here you go.
Then just that way, no?
Just pick one line forward.
Yeah. Yeah. My name is Cassidy.
My name is Kiana.
My name is Caitlin.
My name is Kayleen.
My name is Jean.
My name's Anya.
And I'm Cecilia, and we all have imagination. Imagination is a diverse topic, for imagination can be many things. That is exactly why we chose this topic. Our project helps us embrace our imagination. Like Albert Einstein once said, imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited of all we know and understand, while imagination embraces the entire world of all there will be to know and understand.
Imagination is something that everybody has, although some people might have more than others. Everybody's imagination varies and completely differs from everybody else's. You all have an imagination, and I do too.
A writer once said, irrationality derives from insanity, and insanity is merely a result of a wild imagination. So perhaps murderers are merely geniuses, and the remainder of society lacks the ability to dream. That's why people like me are locked up, because their thoughts are such beautiful creations that the world deems them as hauntingly dangerous.
Over the course of the last 5 weeks, we've been working on a project that would help embrace our imagination. The project was to create an environmentally friendly item that would help everyday life. By using 3D printing, we were able to create a project just from scratch. The project went really deep in the business, so it gave us a taste of the real world. We decided to name the company Winderski.
We got the name from a name generator on the internet. This group project made us realize that we have incorporated a lot of our imagination to this assignment.
We didn't get the idea of Winderski cups instantly. It came over a course of evolution, you might say. We didn't really know what we were going to do at first, but cups were the last thing, and soon we added the fact that they're customizable. We originally thought about a cup just for First Avenue, but then we realized that not everyone wants a First Avenue cup. So we eventually decided to make them customizable.
The idea of presenting this right now wasn't easy. First, it was First, we started the business plan. First, we had to brainstorm, and then it started to get more and more complicated, which gave us a glimpse of what really happens in the business world.
After brainstorming and settling on cups, we had to build our 3D design on a software called Tinkercad. All of us created our own designs of cups, then decided on one of ours, which we chose jeans.
Our next step was to build a website. After months of HTML and CSS coding lessons on Code Academy, we thought we could code a website, mostly to get an automatic A and get the most basic design for our company.
Since that got a bit too hard and it got too hard to find a place to code it, we decided to use Wix, a place to code our own website. To design our own website. We had to make it flawless and look as professional as possible.
The next step was to make our brochure. We used Lizard Press, like what we used for our previous projects, creating our own magazine. Each and every one of us contributed, and we stuck with our slogan, Made for the Galaxy.
A major step we took was making our business plan. This was nothing like what we were used to. Every part of the plan was equally divided among us and was edited by our meeting manager, Cassidy. The final step was to make our poster about our business and to present this TED Talk styled presentation. Kayleen, Anya, Cecilia, and Jean decided to do the poster, and Caitlin, Kiana, and I decided to do the TED Talk.
And this all started with a project that embraced imagination, thinking outside the box and broadening our minds. Like in a maze, instead of going through it, why not go around it? Instead, cut the hard part out and take the easy route. And either way, your ending point is still the same.
Imagination is the reason new products are here in this world. Technology, medicine, education, and more are here because of imagination. It is here on planet Earth to expand creativity.
People can take so many things away from you, your car, your house, your clothes, but never your imagination and creativity.
Raise your hand if any of you know what 3D printing is. Okay, well, for the people that don't know, 3D printing is the process of making an object come to life. In other words, it's printing in 3D.
Using 3D can expand your imagination even more. You create it, and then it's being made right in front of you, and will be there in a couple of hours or more.
3D printing is one way to show your imagination, but what are other ways to show the random things that go into your or someone else's mind? Entertainment is a marvelous way to show creativity, not only on TV, but on the internet, YouTube, one of the most famous internet streaming websites. YouTube has many entertainers that take one thing and make it their own.
But it really comes down to this. We all have an imagination, but some of us don't exactly embrace it. According to our research, aka Google, the dictionary definition is the faculty of imagining, is the ability to form new images and sensations in the mind that are not perceived through senses such as sight, hearing, or other senses. But we all know that imagination is to infinity and beyond.
Any questions?
What made your
It's okay, we can hear you.
Yeah, you can just shout it. What made your product special from other different products?
What makes it more special than other products?
It's pretty much customizable, and the holder of the cup can make it their own way, any way they want. How do you customize your cups? You pretty much send your idea to an email address that is located on our website, and you just pretty much list all the things you want on the cup and exactly where, and we will try our best to make it the way you want it and 3D print it.
So why buy your cups over other customizable cups?
Don't hand it to me.
Go ahead, Hannah.
I'm thinking.
I guess like they're environmentally friendly and like they don't harm the environment by like factories and all the um
Yeah, pollution and
Because it's 3D printed.
Okay, so we might have more questions for them. Time for more questions at the end, but we want to make sure we get through all the groups. So thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much, Winderski. Next is going to be the Pineapple Company. Pineapple Company to the stage. There we go.
okay.
You guys, can you see Mike's in your clicker?
How does this work? How does this work?
Hello, I'm Kami.
I'm Catherine.
Hi, I'm Dakota.
Hello, I'm Jeffrey. And that was a bit loud.
And I'm Devin.
And I'm Henley.
We are the Pineapple Co. Welcome to our TED Talk. Today, we will be speaking about the becoming of new technology, the implanting of 3D printers in schools.
Technology is becoming more and more a part of our daily lives, and the newer generations are going to be using it constantly at school, at work, and at home.
Kids with those iPads and tablets, right? That's just one example of technology advancement.
Yes, and because of these changes, we need to implant more of this new technology in our schools.
The way technology is going and changing, it's going to be a major part of human life by the time the newer generation is going to be, well, your age.
Now we have been doing a lot of coding and 3D printing in our science class, and we have learned a lot from it.
Like how to cooperate under business circumstances.
Or how hard it is to make models, even on a 3D printing website.
But 3D printing is going to be big soon. Even we students can tell.
If used, 3D printing will help revolutionize hospital work, for it can print skin, bones, and even fundamental muscles like heart tissue.
It can also make foods like these.
But how can we use it if we don't know how to use it? That's the problem in school nowadays.
With all that 3D printing can do for us, it is likely that soon everybody will be using 3D printers as frequently as we use laptops and phones.
In conclusion, people have found that 3D printers can print out body parts and food. 3D printing is modern technology that has yet to be fully developed, but in the years to come, it will slowly grow in importance.
Which brings us to this question. What else can we do with this new technology?
Scientists are still working on it, but they believe that 3D printers will be able to print out complicated devices and perhaps cars and houses at record speed in the future.
Thank you all for listening. I hope we have enlightened you in the importance of the implantation of 3D printers in our school classrooms. Any questions?
There's a big one. I know. You need to give her one of mine.
What is your product?
Fortunately, we didn't have time. We didn't put it in here or in our script. So basically, it's called an Omnigum. It's Omnigum or a gum holder. You can see it in our poster outside.
So can you explain what it is?
It's just basically a place where you can hold your gum and dispose of it.
It's basically a gum holder and detachable trash can underneath it.
How much would you sell this for?
Okay. Okay. Wholesale price $26.06, and then retail price $52.12. I think.
It's $5.35.
Like, you know how your company's called a pineapple company? Like, how is it related to your product?
How is the pineapple company related to what you do? Why did you call yourself Pineapple Company?
Because we had no time.
Well, we called our company Pineapple Co. because we weren't bored. We just thought it'd be like a nice name
Because
because
we all like the word pineapple.
yeah, we
And
all
that's
like the word
basically
pineapple.
Yeah.
How
Because
many
we had no other.
So you say the 3D printer can print body parts, right? So how does it do that?
So basically, a printer can use anything that's basically liquid. That it can print it out, like if it's liquefied, and then once it prints it out, it's where you want it to be.
Anything that doesn't go on fire when you try to put it, that melts but not doesn't go on fire, that can be used as filament. Like chocolate.
So she's saying skin. Do you know the skin way? So what about skin? What did they use as their filament for skin?
Skin. What are they using filament as skin?
I got it.
Skin cells.
Okay, so they're doing research right now, and it has not yet. Obviously, they're not doing it in our hospitals, but they're testing it out for Army veterans, where they're using their own stem cells as the filament, and then they're printing skin layers. And so they're starting out with printing skin layers. They've also tested out doing livers and other body organs, but they have not taken those organs and yet put them into a human, obviously. So they're just starting out with skin, which is an organ, in case you didn't know that. Okay, thank you very much, Pineapple Company. And then the clicker. So our next group is the lack of communication. This should be a good one. There you go. There you go.
Another person needs to take the mic. You hold this one. You hold this one. Go.
How's your day, everyone?
Welcome to our presentation.
We will be talking about the lack of communication.
Please meet our group. Hi, I'm Bianca.
Neha here.
I'm Joey. I'm Angeline.
I'm Hallie.
I'm Zilum.
How many of you here have a cell phone?
Or a social media account.
It looks like most of you do. That's what we're here to talk about.
We believe that technology is taking over our lives.
Technology is helpful.
But it's also hurting us because we're not physically communicating with our voices.
We create new things on our own, but we can't just use them like crazy here.
For example, we can pretend it's a pet of ours.
We wouldn't want to hurt our pet, would we? Of course not.
So we wouldn't want to hurt our electronic devices by using them too much.
All day we just text our friend, but do you remember all day when we actually talk to each other face to face?
Some people don't have phones, but they're better without the phone. It's important because without communicating, you can't feel, understand, or solve problems the right way.
Without a phone, we communicate more and better with our voices.
For the last 6 weeks, we have been learning how to communicate better.
In science, we have been working on a 3D printing project.
This has helped us communicate more with our voices, not on our text messages.
Phones or other electronic devices that are allowed to fit chat. Messages are not really used for that type of communication.
As you can see, those electronic devices are used to be for long distance. If you can even drive there in a minute or two, you should talk face to face.
And we will show you that through communication, anything is possible.
Although we didn't always agree on things in this project, we worked out our problems by communicating.
It might be difficult to solve your problems or to find out what to say.
Ew, I can already see it.
See what?
Oh, I know what she's talking about.
Well, then why don't you share it?
There was a time when we were practicing our presentation.
Hallie kept interrupting.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't pretty.
We kept on fighting about why our group was horrible and why each one of us wasn't fit for the group.
Angeline said that Joey was mean and she was the one wanting everything.
Well, we all fought, and at the end, we talked through it, and
we all fixed the problem.
As you see, it's all possible with communication.
Hey, Angeline, did you say that?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Angeline and Joey never got along.
Well, for some reason, we started talking about the old times and things that happened to us. Not good, bad, or sad things.
I think they talked about friendship and breakup.
And that's why we aren't that bad of an acquaintance, but we still fight sometimes.
Here is what we got done with communication, teamwork, and hard work.
We created a 3D printing business. In that business, we 3D print pencil holders shaped as your social media signs.
For example, one of our products is a pencil holder shaped like a hashtag, and another one is an at.
The FA letters are on it, but you can ask us to put your initials or whatever you want.
We spent a lot of time working on our product.
Which taught us how to communicate face to face instead of using our phones.
What does physical communication mean to you?
We hope you would buy our product to remind yourself about the lack of communication in the world. This company is not for money.
We just want to help people understand things the way we do.
In 10 years, we may end up just never talking face to face.
That's right. Remember why we were here. Probably a lot is that everyone, even kids and babies, have to have phones.
They might even create apps for babies to tap on buttons, and they would immediately tell their parents to come over to them.
You might think this is wonderful and high-tech, but think about it. You will miss years of talking to your own children.
Communication is important.
Because we lack it.
Thank you for your time, and we hope we taught you something new.
Any questions?
How does your product hold pencils?
Well, it's basically a shape of what you desire, and you will tell us through our email, imagineholders@gmail.com, and we will print it out for you. And there's small holes by 1 millimeter by 2 millimeters by 2 millimeter, and then you could put your color pencil holders, and yeah. anything that they desire.
So you just email us on our emails on our website. So you would email us through our website. So then you just put your pencils through the little holes. So then it would sort of stick out, which would actually be sort of cool.
You could ask us to make it like a hashtag or an @ sign or LOL, SUP, YOLO, whatever.
How much is your product?
Our product is $7.24.
Well, by what we are designing right now, it's to show people that right now we are communicating too much through electronic devices when we could be talking face to face.
In this product, it basically like taught us how to communicate better, because usually like teenagers, they start talking more with their electronic devices. But through this product, it taught us that you can actually work together when you communicate with your voices, not electronics. And that's how we built our product and our business.
Thank you. So we need to go to the next group, but all groups will be on stage at the very end in case you have more questions for them. Thank you very much, you guys. Come on down. Or so our next
Why did we create like a pencil holder instead of like
infinite ink. Yes? Yes. Okay. Infinite ink. Come on up. And they are speaking about infinite imagination. Come on up.
Carla, ladies first. Dude, it's gonna. Oh my gosh.
Hi, I'm Lulon.
I'm Jenny.
I'm Dylan.
I'm Carla. I'm Ricky.
I'm Kevin.
Every single person in this audience today, no, everyone in the whole entire world has an imagination.
And sometimes you want your imagination to become a reality. But if you think about it, this is nearly impossible.
Most people spend more time thinking about their ideas instead of creating it.
But why?
Because people are obviously too lazy. Duh.
No. It's because most people in the world haven't discovered 3D printing.
Sure, 3D printers can cost a fortune.
But the benefits definitely outweigh the disadvantages.
Today, we will be speaking about how your imagination can bring infinite possibilities through 3D printing.
We know what you're thinking. Why would you invest your money in 3D printing? The real question is, why wouldn't you?
Using 3D printing, you can make original creations into something that you can actually touch, something you can hold, something that's actually tangible.
We personally have gone through this experience in this project. Individually, we made products that we use our mind to think of. Amazing, isn't it?
We were able to unleash our creativity as a team. Together, we made.
The Spin-a-Box is basically a pencil box that spins. What is really special and unique about this product is the design we created using only our imaginations.
We went through countless steps trying to turn the picture we had in our minds into something real. We ended up a product better than we had imagined.
As if to convince you guys, 3D printing also allows you to print out objects that you would be able to find in stores.
For example, if a part of a stroller broke, you would be able to print out a new spare part, something a store usually doesn't sell. This also saves money and time.
Also, you can make objects with designs that you prefer, such as color, picture, etc. This brings us back to the idea of turning our imaginations into a reality?
This is because they want people who aren't as wealthy to test these printers out and help realize how beneficial they actually are.
Through this process, you're also saving the environment. First of all, 3D printers aren't harmful to the earth.
Secondly, stores won't need to make a lot of products, which means that factories can be closed.
This will prevent pollution, extending the lives of us humans.
Some people think that 3D printers aren't worth it because they're too expensive.
But if you think about it, they actually are worth it.
Over time, the objects you create will have a value much greater than the 3D printer.
Companies are also coming out with cheaper printers that work just as well.
You can use Tinkercad, which is what we use, Sculpteo, or the site recommended by the printer company.
At the end of the day, what we really are trying to say is that 3D printers are worth investing in.
Try these out, and you might just fall in love with 3D printing, where your imagination can become a reality. Thank you.
Any questions? How does your product actually work?
Well, you put pencils in it and it spins, and you get a pencil and use it.
You said that the benefits outweigh the disadvantages, but what are the benefits?
It's not harmful to the earth.
You can choose based on your preference how you want to design your object.
Yeah. How many pencils does it hold? Oh, so basically you can email us and you can tell us like how many pencil like tubes you desire, so then we can add. Hello?
There are a certain number of tubes around the pencil holder, but in the middle it has this bigger compartment where you could store as many pencils if they're like big or erasers and stuff.
Sorry. So you say 3D printing can like get rid of factories, right? What would you do if like like the factories closed down and people lost their jobs?
Since they're like if more factories are being shut down and more 3D printing businesses and places are opening up, those people that lost their factory jobs can go find a 3D printing jobs because they aren't that different.
And if more 3D printers are needed, more people can be like you may need the job about the 3D printer.
And it depends on the person. If they care, do they care more about their job or the earth? If they care more about their job, then they're pretty selfish.
And then also, if you think about in history, there used to be tons of factories that would make typewriters. And then once the computer was invented, what happened to all the typewriter people? They had to figure it out and find another job. So that's just kind of how society works. Companies close all the time, and those workers need to find another job. That's why it's important to find a skill like 3D printing as a skill of the future. So thank you very much. You guys did a great job.
Dude, I didn't last time.
Okay, now for our last group, EcoGrow. Come on up.
That was great. That was fun.
Clicker, mic.
Guys, we can do this, okay? No. We apologize for the lack of people. 2 people are absent. So, yeah. Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, teachers, staff, and parents. My name is Elion, and I am very pleased to see you all here today to attend our business presentation.
Hello, my name is David.
Hi, my name is Alex.
My name is Max.
And I'm Olivia.
And we
are the EcoGrow team. We are concerned about the amount of air pollution that harms the environment every day. Let us talk more about pollution. It affects everyone, the air, the environment. It damages the air we breathe, the very air that keeps us alive and healthy.
It pollutes the water we drink and depend on for a living.
It poisons the dirt that our plants need to grow.
Think about the poor innocent creatures dying because of us, selfish humans that only want to make us stronger in the marketing world. Pollution kills wild animals, slowly decreasing the animal population.
So when our science teacher, Miss Miller, assigned the 3D printing project and it said it had to help the environment, our team was more than happy to agree.
So we created the one and only EcoPod.
The EcoPod is a realistic, futuristic, egg-shaped planting box.
We encourage the people to buy our product, the EcoPod, because our products are made from 3D printers. 3D printers use a special filament to make the EcoPod and other of our classmates' fine products that don't release harmful gases like the chemicals in factories.
Think of how much less pollution will be when vehicles stop driving long distances and releasing carbon monoxide at the same time. Same goes for planes and any means of transportation. Also, factories use harmful chemicals to create the products that we need, therefore releasing more and more chemicals and carbon monoxide into the air, causing more and more pollution, hurting us and the environment.
Factories cause up to 70% of pollution. 3D printers cause much less pollution. Think about that. You want the best for the people you care about.
You're all gathered here today to support your child because you care about them, which is the same way we feel about the earth, our home, everybody's home. Well, maybe except for E.T.
So that's why we created the EcoPod, a safe, friendly home for plants that can be 3D printed and not like those fancy, pretty little flower pot boxes that cost hundreds of dollars and that could break and injure or hospitalize you or anyone else in a day when you get them.
So the EcoPod is basically our way to nurture the nature back to the point where it's thriving and as healthy as can be.
Another thing is that cars and any type of transportation cause 30% of pollution, and we hope the 3D printers can take down that percentage.
Products are mostly from China, made in China. And China is really far away, so most companies use a plane, which is the fastest, easiest mode of transportation. But at the same time, it uses a tremendous amount of oil. Over the course of a 10-hour flight, a plane can consume 36,000 gallons, which is 150,000 liters of oil. Imagine that much converted to gas, and that amount released into the atmosphere that we breathe, play in, and live in.
Including the fact that also there are millions of cars and hundreds of planes flying around the world, releasing that toxic gas, and some or most of those transportation are just transporting things and not humans that we want to live an adventurous life.
So make a difference. Help our environment. Every little bit makes an impact in the fight against air pollution. Even little things like walking or taking your bike to school helps.
And think about the fact that you can just print whatever you want right in your home. You don't have to spend all that money to run your car that poisons the air that we breathe. And plants are the only things clearing and freshening the air we breathe, so we have to make them comfy too.
Those are the exact reasons that we created the EcoPod, to ensure a better future for generations, and hope that the human civilization will accept the new technology as an improvement and not another thing that will be discriminated by the haters of technology, because we want to help and not hurt.
So this concludes our presentation, and I hope this will help the future. Thank you all again for coming here. After long, I have no idea goodness how it's been. And it's time for our presentation to start wrapping up. We, as
As the EcoGrow team, like to thank you all for coming here to see our presentation and how the EcoGrow of 3D printing reduces the amount of air pollution. It's been a pleasure to share our product, our idea with you. Before we finish, we'd like to give a special thanks to our science teacher, Mrs. Miller. So wait. She was the one to assign this product and introduced us of the horrors, of the marketing world. There were some occasional arguments and fights, but in the end, our team was laughing like crazy. Thank you, Mrs. Miller. We are the EcoGrow team. And remember, go pro with EcoGrow.
Are there any more questions?
I thought flower pots were like $5, not hundreds of dollars.
Well, the kind of flower pots are not really flower pots. They're the big clay ceramic ones that they have in a lot of those gardens. Those I'm talking about. Yeah.
What does the product really do?
Go back to the slide number. Go back one. See, this is the EcoPod. It was designed by David over here. So it's shaped like an egg. See, you can't see under it in the screenshot. It's shaped like an egg. It has holes on the sides. So you're supposed to put, at the bottom, you're supposed to put dirt and plant seeds inside and put it on inside like a garden or something. So when the plant grows, the leaves would come out of the holes and the plant's roots will come out from you can see it now, but the little holes that are supposed to be under the bottom to anchor the EcoPod to the ground.
Once more electric cars are out on the road, wouldn't it be okay to go drive anywhere because it wouldn't affect air pollution?
Once electric cars, that's gonna be like a long time from now. So we still have like, I don't know when, like.
So yes, we do have electric cars, but electric cars like the Tesla are still very expensive. There are cheaper electric cars. However, we still mostly have the same cars that we've always had. And until the electric car technology becomes cheaper so everyone can afford, so you don't have to have a really small car to be able to afford an electric car, it's probably not going to happen where 90% of our population has electric cars. Well, the bell's about to ring, so everyone on stage real quick, or just my class, all on stage, so your parents can get a picture. And everyone give them a round of applause. You're doing such a great job. Everyone on stage. Get within the tape. So picture time, pose, do your best poses. Jeffrey, you're out of the tape. Okay, so parents, picture time. Take your pictures. Get in the tape.
How tall are you?
It's not a ride.
No bunny.
Good. Just look straight and smile. Look straight and smile. Okay, thank you guys. You can go to break.